What if I told you that somewhere in the middle of a scorching desert, where temperatures push past 48 degrees Celsius and nothing but endless sand once existed, a $35 billion vision is rising that will completely redefine how the world travels? And not just in scale, but in speed, luxury, and sheer ambition. This isn't just another airport project. This is something far bigger. Something that promises to move 260 million passengers a year, handle the largest aircraft ever built, and operate like a perfectly synchronized machine. If you came here to understand how such a massive dream is even possible, you're about to see exactly how it's happening, step by step, detail by detail, without cutting corners. Right now, the current airport is already overwhelmed. Nearly 95 million passengers pass through in a single year, pushing every system to its limits. The city is growing at a pace few places on Earth can match, and the demand for travel is exploding. The existing infrastructure simply can't keep up anymore. So instead of expanding what already exists, the decision was made to build something entirely new. Something that wouldn't just solve today's problem, but would dominate global aviation for decades to come. At the heart of this massive effort is a team of engineers, planners, and workers who are turning empty desert into the ultimate aviation hub. Among them is Amelia, a lead civil engineer who has watched this project evolve from nothing but sand dunes into a structure that is beginning to reshape the skyline. She still talks about the scale like it's hard to believe even now. Because when you stand in the middle of it, surrounded by heat, dust, and machinery, it doesn't feel like a construction site. It feels like the foundation of something historic. It all starts with land. 70 kilometers of raw, unforgiving desert had to be transformed before anything else could even begin. This wasn't just about clearing sand. Every inch had to be leveled with extreme precision. There's no room for error when you're preparing ground that will eventually support 5 parallel runways, each designed to handle the heaviest aircraft in the world. Millions of cubic meters of sand were moved under relentless heat, and every movement had to meet exact specifications. In a place like this, dust isn't just an inconvenience, it's a serious threat. It can delay work, damage equipment, and disrupt timelines. That's why controlling it becomes critical. At the same time, the ground itself must be compacted to near perfection. 98% compaction isn't a goal, it's a requirement. Anything less, and the immense weight of aircraft could cause structural failure. To prevent that, high-strength geogrid materials are used to lock the shifting sand into place, creating a stable base that can last for decades. Testing happens constantly. Every square meter is checked and rechecked because when you're dealing with a $35 billion investment, there's no margin for mistakes. Work doesn't stop when the sun sets either. Crews operate around the clock, pushing forward through the night under floodlights because losing daylight hours in this heat simply isn't an option. Once the land is ready, the next challenge begins: concrete. And not just any concrete. This project requires over 1.2 million cubic meters of it, and it has to perform under extreme desert conditions. To meet demand, dedicated plants were built specifically for this job. Every batch is carefully controlled, every mixture engineered to withstand both intense heat and massive pressure. Reinforcement is just as important. Steel rebar is tied by hand, ensuring that every joint can absorb the constant stress of takeoffs and landings. Precision becomes everything here. Over a stretch of 4.5 kilometers, even a small deviation could compromise an entire runway. The teams work with millimeter-level accuracy, knowing that the slightest error could ripple into something much larger. Beneath the surface, another critical system takes shape: the hidden infrastructure. Deep piles are driven into the ground to reach stable layers far below the shifting sand. These foundations will support structures rising as high as 120 meters, carrying the weight of the future airport. At the same time, advanced drainage systems are installed to ensure that even rare desert floods won't disrupt operations. Every detail is planned with resilience in mind. As the runway base is completed, attention turns to the surface itself. Specialized concrete mixes are poured continuously, sometimes for days without stopping. Once a slab is started, it has to be finished in one go to avoid cracks forming under extreme heat. Expansion joints are carefully designed to handle temperature swings of up to 50 degrees, allowing the material to expand and contract without damage. Lighting systems are installed next, guiding aircraft safely during nighttime operations. Markings are applied with precision, ensuring pilots can navigate the airfield with absolute clarity. Each runway is built to the highest global standards, capable of handling the largest aircraft ever created. Safety zones are integrated into the design, providing extra protection in case of overruns. While the airfield takes shape, the terminal begins to rise. Massive, column-free halls stretch for kilometers, supported by carefully engineered beams that are checked and tightened to exact specifications. These spaces are designed to handle millions of passengers every day, not just for a few years, but for generations.
The architecture reflects its surroundings. The roof curves like desert dunes, blending aesthetics with functionality. High-performance glass is used to reflect most of the external heat, reducing the need for cooling inside. The materials are chosen not just for appearance, but for durability. Floors are built to withstand constant foot traffic, while finishes are designed to maintain their look even after decades of use. Below the surface, the real magic happens. A fully automated baggage system is installed, capable of moving 30,000 bags every hour without passengers ever seeing the complexity behind it. At the same time, an underground transport system is created to move people quickly and efficiently between different parts of the airport, all while producing zero emissions. Powering all of this requires its own infrastructure. A dedicated power plant, comparable in size to a small city, is built to ensure uninterrupted operation. Cooling systems are designed to maintain comfortable temperatures across millions of square meters, shielding passengers from the harsh desert environment outside. Inside the terminal, technology takes center stage. Advanced security systems are integrated from the very beginning, allowing for faster screening without compromising safety. Self-service bag drops are installed to handle massive passenger volumes, reducing wait times and improving flow. Luxury is also a key part of the experience. First and business class lounges include private gardens, offering a level of comfort rarely seen in airports. Natural light floods the interior, complemented by energy-efficient lighting systems that reduce overall consumption. Retail and dining areas are designed to feel more like high-end destinations than transit points, making travelers want to stay rather than rush through. Green spaces are incorporated throughout the terminal, bringing life into what was once barren desert. Palm groves and living walls create a sense of calm, transforming the environment into something welcoming and vibrant. Navigation is intuitive, ensuring that even with hundreds of millions of passengers each year, movement remains smooth and stress-free. On the operational side, efficiency drives everything. Fuel is delivered directly to aircraft at the gates, reducing turnaround times. Advanced lighting systems ensure safe operations at all hours. Emergency services are built to the highest standards, ready to respond instantly if needed. As the project nears completion, the final touches bring everything together. Border control systems are streamlined, allowing passengers to move through checkpoints in seconds. Transport connections link the airport seamlessly to the city, with metro lines and highways feeding directly into the complex. Cargo operations are equally impressive, with the capacity to handle 12 million tons annually. This transforms the airport into a major hub for global trade, not just passenger travel. Sustainability is built into every layer, from renewable energy systems to water conservation measures that ensure no resource is wasted. Testing begins across all systems. Every belt, every runway, every process is pushed to its limits. The goal is perfection. Zero mishandling, zero delays, maximum efficiency.
As operations come online, the airport starts to feel alive, like a machine finally waking up after years of preparation. But even as Phase 1 reaches completion, expansion continues. Additional concourses rise in the background, each one larger than the last. The 5-runway system approaches its final form, promising unmatched capacity and flexibility. And then comes the moment everything has been building toward. The first passengers arrive. They walk through spaces that were once nothing but sand. They experience systems designed to move them effortlessly without confusion or delay. They become part of something that was once just an idea. For the team behind it, it's more than a project. It's proof that something impossible can be made real. Every hour spent in the heat, every challenge faced, every detail perfected, it all leads to this. What stands now is more than an airport. It's a global gateway, a symbol of ambition, and a testament to what can happen when vision meets execution. From desert to destination, this is where the future of travel begins. And if this is what can be built today, imagine what comes next.